Hello! The music did something very weird there. It wasn't quite clear what had happened. But hello! Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the second stream where we're making music with cat samples. Tang Whistle, hello. I also saw that just as we came online, Bullshot UK is now following. Hello. It is wonderful to have you here. Thank you for following. I'm just going to turn this music off because as much as it's fun, it's a little bit distracting. Okay, hello everybody. Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm not quite sure how long tonight's going to be, just because I was going through what needs to be done with the track, and there's actually not as much as I thought there would be, which is, I mean, that's good, but yeah, it's just making sure, it's just being thorough, making sure it's done, and as much as like I tried to make these streams about 2 hours long, I'm not sure we have 2 hours worth of work to do, so we might have to fill some time at the end, but that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fun. Thank you for coming along tonight. Thank you for watching. Hello if you're watching on Catch Up. I'm reliably informed that the majority of people following watch on Catch Up, so hello if you're watching this after the fact. Thank you for checking it out. And yeah, so we're going to be finishing off the track that we started making on Monday. So this is a track that is made entirely of samples of my cat, who is currently sleeping over there behind my guitar stand. It's where she always sleeps when I'm streaming. It's honestly like it's the most rest she gets is when I'm streaming, when I'm being very loud and obnoxious. Unfortunately, my second camera has bitten the dust, so we do not have a cat cam anymore. But as soon as this month's invoices come in, I think I will be investing in a separate webcam, so we can have cat cam as well, because I know how popular that was. Oh no, it's I mean, it's an old, like, basically when I started streaming it was 2020 and there weren't any webcams available, and basically I had this slightly terrible webcam that I got when my uncle gave me his TV, so it's a very old webcam, but it did its job. It was the camera I started using when I started streaming, and now I've got a slightly better one. The color's weird, but anyway, enough chatting from me. You're not here to hear me chat. You're here to listen to some music. So I can talk a bit about where these samples came from. I have changed it a little bit. I was fiddling around with it this morning because I can't just leave things alone. So we've got a couple of changes. So first thing I've done is I've separated all the tracks that had the squeak sounds on them. So right. I was just like, I'll just listen to it just to get an idea of what I'm doing, make a list of things I want to play around with. But no, I had to fiddle around. So the thing I said I was going to do last stream was I was going to clean up the project file, which I have done. I've separated out these into separate tracks. It is how it starts. Absolutely. So I've separated these out into separate tracks, so it means that we've got a bit more control over the mix. I've done some panning, so if you're wearing headphones, you'll get a slightly better kind of stereo experience. What else did I do? I added a second bass track. This one has a little bit of distortion on it, so it sounds a bit more sort of synthy, which you'll hear in a second. And then I also added an extra pad melody track, just to add a little bit of extra color while we desperately search around for a lead sound, because that was the big problem with the last stream. We couldn't come up with a lead sound. I also want to, so that's probably our main aim today, is to come up with like a lead sound that we can play over the top of all this. I think it's sounding good as is. Right now it's hitting about 2 minutes 20, which is pretty good for something that objectively shouldn't be as workable as it is. But yeah, it's sounding pretty good. So I'll play it for you, and then I'll talk a little bit about the synths, where the samples came from, what I'm using, just in case you weren't here on Monday, and then I will, or you haven't seen the last stream, and then we'll get into it. Then we'll get into doing some more stuff. So here is, this doesn't have a name yet either, by the way. I don't know what you would call something like this. We had some fantastic puns in the chat on Monday, but they were all podcast related, so I'm not sure it works. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to play the track. Here we go. Still a bit bare bones. Needs a melody. And also I want to add in some extra percussion sounds in this last bit. So yeah, so all of those, that is our track. That is our track. I was going to talk about that later, but we'll. So this is our track. This is what we came up with on Monday, with a couple of little extra additions. So the extra additions were this extra bass track here, just to supplement this bass track here, which is our clean. What was that noise? So this noise here. So that is the sample of Poppy, the main sample of Poppy that we used specifically for this track here. And most of the other track, all the pink tracks are from that one sample. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the problem that we had last time was we couldn't get a lead sound because the note just wasn't long enough. What I've done is I've basically just made a sample really, really long, and then I'm going to load that into the sampler, and hopefully that will give us a lead sound. So yeah, I'll talk through the track a little bit more, and thank you. And yeah, we'll talk through the track a bit more, and we will, and I'll kind of talk about where all the sounds came from. So the main one was that squeaking kind of cat sample. Basically it's the sound that Poppy makes when she's asleep. It's really loud for some reason, but it's these kind of, this is a slowed down kind of version, but it's but she makes those noises when she's asleep. She usually does them right before I go on stream as well, which is extra adorable. But yeah, so we used that, we loaded it into our sampler. I'm using iZotope Iris if anyone is interested in what I'm using. And we turned that into, so we've got your what I've called bleps, and then you've got your bass track. Same sample, same noise, just very, very low and EQ'd a bit. I've also got these chords. See, normally I would go for like long, just not the kind of staccato rhythm, but just because the sample's so short, I couldn't try and get those pad sounds. There's also a second one. It's the same. It's the same track. It's just treated a little differently. And then I've got what I'm calling it a brass track, but again, it's the same sample. Just. And then you've also got a separate melody track on the other side, which is. So that's all your melody tracks. One sample, that's everything. The drum kit was a little bit more complicated. So we've got a snare drum. So I don't know if you can tell, but that is the sound of Poppy sniffing. Quite close. And basically I just treated that. I think I reversed it as well. And then added some Phil Collins gated reverb just to give it that extra kind of kick. Speaking of kicks, the kick drum, I believe, is the same sample, just a little lower. Yeah, just slowed right down, made really, really low. And then the hi-hat is another sniffing. Oh, it's sorry, nasal breathing is what the sample says. And then that's your hi-hat. And that's your drum kit. And that's what we've got so far. I've also got a reverb track running, and there's also a bit crusher track here, very quiet, just to kind of add a little bit of extra texture, just to give it a bit more texture. But that's our track. It shouldn't work as well as it came together far too quickly. It shouldn't work as much as it does. But that's our track. So, aim for today. I have an empty lead track here that I'm going to be loading up. I've got my MIDI synth all ready to go. Just got to load up a sample. So, this is Isotope RS. So it's it uses up a lot of computer power, first of all, so I might stop moving for a second. But how it works is you load up a sample, you just throw it in there. It loads up a waveform, and you select the bit that you want. So we want most of it. And then if I turn this on, and then arm it, we should... Oh, wow, that's really quiet. We have our sample. Cat keyboard. So a couple of things we need to do just to make that a bit more of our lead sound. First of all, I need to turn that up a bit, not loop it. So it's quite a lovely sound. And also it's a bit longer, so we can actually have chords now. We can actually have something more akin to a pad. Sounds a bit more like a piano than the one we had last time. Sounds a bit out of tune, but I think we will make that work. So the idea with this one is I'm gonna try and go for let's run it through a compressor. Actually, no, let's not run it through a compressor, because we're gonna run it through a guitar amp or a virtual guitar amp and some effect pedals. We'll run it through the tool rack, so we get amp and pedals. Let's start with... Let's go with a Mark Knopfler sound first for money. So. It's not the nicest the sun, but we'll see how it goes. To right way. Okay, let's see if we can get this to tune a little bit nicer. Let's get our whirly open. Let's see if we can get this tuning a bit more. The problem is, is that us? Thank you for stopping by. It's much appreciated. I have tried to do instructional videos on sound design. I did a workshop for Pod UK a while ago. That's available on my YouTube, on the Tin Can Audio YouTube channel. It was wasn't necessarily instructional. It was more a way of sort of thinking about sound design. It's something I do like to do, but I'm very bad at explaining my process. Just because I taught myself all this stuff, so I don't really know how to explain it to people. But anyway, thank you so much, Tang Whistle. Thank you for stopping by. We will hopefully see you again soon. Hopefully we'll have a lead sound by that time, but we shall wait and see. Right, let's see if we can get this just a little bit cleaner. Let's turn the whirly off. Maybe the stomp box isn't the answer. Oh no. Maybe we just need an amp. Maybe is that it? Let's have a look. Let's go for something punchy. Punchy polite. That sounds like my jam. Oh, you turn the whirly off. It's I think we're getting there. That's closer, I think. Edgy. Ooh. That sounds horrible. Cream amp. See, distortion's maybe not the answer. Distortion is not the answer. Let's see. Master Effects. Stick a chorus on. Legato. have some in there. Let's give this a go. I think dialing it back is probably the way to go. Let's just add. Well, first of all, let's route this through the reverb channels. That's nice. Keep it cool, keep it jazzy, keep it fun. Let's make the sample a little bit longer just so we've got a bit more flexibility with it. I still think we can maybe have it go through. Yeah, let's try the tune cab. Let's give it a bit more of a. Ooh, there we go. I like that texture. Okay, I can work with that. I can work with that. Now we just need to work out when it comes in. So let's just hit record and see what happens. Okay, first one, yes. Second one, not so much. Let's get that sorted. It helps if the phrase actually starts where it's supposed to. It should go here instead. Just to clean it up. And then we have a bit of a solo, I think. Let's go for a solo. having way too much fun and I'm not recording. So let's actually go back and try this time. And actually start playing when I'm supposed to play. Okay, let's try that again. That was terrible. That'll do. That will do. That will do. That will do. This is broken. What's going on? It's weird having it, because it's all short, it's slightly more difficult. Well, because otherwise it detunes itself. And then send that to the Bit Crusher just to add that little bit of extra texture. Right, so this is going to be some actual chords, I think. Let's change it up. So what I've done is I've had that on mono for the time being, just because it just creates slightly cleaner lead sounds. We've put it on poly. And then turn off the guitar distortion, because that didn't sound good at all. Let's mute that for the time being, because then we should have some nice... Oh, I know what it's doing. I know why it's doing that. I need to turn the distortion off on the thing. Nice. Okay. So, right, that's just adding in a little bit of an extra sort of percussion. I'm going to call it the percussion organ. Perc organs? Okay, no, we'll call it percussion organ. Percussion organ, and then so we can add that in. turn this up so you can actually hear it. It needs a bit of a wibble, I think. It needs a bit of a wobbler. I think this has tremolo built into it now. Let's add some tremolo. Let's throw that on there. Can I add? No, that's going to be a bit loud. Super clean. That's nice. Yeah, there we go. See, normally I'd use the mod wheel on the. Oh, it's a lever on this one, but I haven't worked out how to use that with Iris yet. Because, like I said in the last one, I haven't actually used Iris to this extent before. I've only ever used it for like the odd bit of sound design and things. I've never used it to make a full track like this before. So this has been a learning experience for me as well, which has been great. So let's keep it out of. Let's keep the chords out of this first bit, just so we can add a bit of extra texture later on. Here. Let's turn that bass up a bit more. Recorded. Good. I like it. I like it. Keep it. Excellent. Fantastic. Excellent. Okay. That's nice. Like, I like it when I come up with parts that kind of sound terrible on their own, but they just fit in a mix. Like, otherwise, when I have parts that sound really good and I really like all of them, I want to kind of give them all a moment where they get to shine. Which, if you're making something like this, it can get quite messy quite quickly, especially and even more so when it comes to making film music. You're like, but there's this like organ part underneath that I really like. I think it should have a bit where you just hear that. Doesn't always work. So it's nice when you have a part and you're like, no, that can just sit in the mix. It doesn't need to come to the front of the class. It's fine. Excellent. Good stuff. Right, so what do I want? I think I would like a couple of toms. A couple of tom sounds. Just to add a little bit of extra texture in there. Mixing this is going to be a nightmare. Just noticed that's a Pink Floyd little Pink Floyd quote there. Where's it gone? Nobody else will have spotted that, but that's that there. Right, let's get a tom sound. So let's consider the list of sounds that I have. So I've got some content warning for eating sounds. This is Poppy eating a dental treat. Okay, let's see if this has anything for us. Nope. Treats. Here we go. Treat. Let's just turn this up a bit. Okay, that could be something. Could be another one. Okay. So we've got... I think this is that's just a cute sound. I don't really know where I can put that in. So okay, so that's two crunch sounds. I think we can potentially turn into tom drums. See what we can do. Let's pop them up a bit. So we got. So make this a bit lower in pitch. So, a bit higher. Can I make that? So I just quite like that as a percussion sound. I'm not really sure if I can make that work as a tom, but I kind of... Right, let's have a look. Let's get these in the track, see what we can come up with. So don't know if it would work as a film. Okay. I think we're onto something. I think I can smell it. Tom 1, Tom 2, Tom 3. So if you're listening on headphones, if you're watching on headphones or with like big speakers, you'll get some little bit of stereo here. So it's gonna go like bam. It's gonna go bam, bam, or I suppose bam, bam, bam from your perspective. So. And then. I like it. I like it a lot. It needs to go through. I mean, it needs a lot of treatment, but it's certainly a start. I'm glad because there's so many. Like I think I've only used about a handful of the stuff I actually recorded, but it's sounding really good. So. Nice. That's good. That's good. So what we're going to do to make sure this kind of stays roughly in time is I'm going to copy it with the first hi-hat drum, the first hi-hat hit. So if I should paste it in, it should stay in time. If I was a more knowledgeable and, I dare say, slightly more professional music producer, I'd probably load the samples into an actual drum sampler and do it that way, do it through MIDI, so I don't have to worry about lining up the timings or anything like that. But I think part of me kind of prefers doing it this way, just so you get a little sort of organic, you get these little quirks and idiosyncrasies you get from just copying stuff by hand. Okay. Right, what happens if I pitch these down an octave? What if I pitch you down an octave? Sounds a bit more like a tom drum when I do it that way. Well, first of all, let's get all these the right color. Okay, I'm all blue. Right, let's. I'm gonna try. Right, what happens if I make these? If I give them a higher pitch? See what. Nothing happens when I do that. When I do that. Right, what happens if I bump them the other way? What happens if I stick them on a -12? Doesn't really do much, does it? What can we do? run them through their own bit crusher. If I got that on the right track, yeah. Kick. Okay, that's sounding a bit more like a... Okay, we'll need to make it a bit louder. But bit crushing it provides an interesting effect, which is nice. No, I'm not gonna. I've added delay to everything so far. I don't want to do that. Let's see what it sounds like if I add it to everything. And then oh, that doesn't sound so nice. Oh, I'm editing the wrong one. That'll be why. See, I like that noise as is. Could probably add a little bit on there just to. That's good. And then how about this one? Okay, plan number two. Plan number 2, use an EQ. I've turned into a bingo person. Okay. Okay, this is going to sound real annoying, and I apologize for that. I'm just going to loop this. Ooh. See what that sounds like. Okay, I think I'm going to make the stereo thing a little bit wider. So... Maybe if they're in time, it'll sound better. Okay. Oh, I gotta do this again. Gotta copy and paste them all back in there. copied, and then delete that. Turn snap back on, stick them in there. And then throw that on there. It's not quite as exciting a stream as the last one. Just just given that this is more of a cleanup thing for the. Okay, plan number 3. We're going to get rid of... Plan C. We're going to get rid of the reverb and we're going to add their own individual reverb tracks. And see how far that gets. Let's see if that gets us anything. So I'm going to add reverb. This is a free plugin. It does really nice reverb. I use it for sound design a lot because it's really good. I've been using it since I started making music. Ooh, many moons ago. Just some very nice reverb sounds. A really nice. Can make it slightly more of a hit. I can make it whole. Yeah, let's make it nice. That's a bit too much. Just might take the edge off them just so they're... That's sounding nice. That's nice. There we go. I think it's still a bit... I think it's still a little bit intrusive. But... Okay, so we're sounding pretty good. Like this is I'd say this is nearly finished, which is pretty good. Slightly less good, I've still got like an hour to fill. But wait and see. I do have something else I want to try though. Specifically, I want to change the bass line here. Because I think we can have a bit more fun with it if we make it like a driving bass line. So helps if I actually turn on the MIDI thing rather than just one long note, you make it. Just to give it that little bit of extra movement at the end, just to really, because I feel like it's just sort of missing a bit of oomph at the end. So let's hit record and see what happens. Okay, that's actually red light syndrome. It's real. Oh my goodness, I had it like as soon as you hit record, I just forget how to play music. There you go. Right, getting there. Let's go. Nearly, right, one more go. This is it. This is the take, everybody. This is the take. Close enough. Turn that off there. Let's get that done there. And then let's do what we did before. Select all, copy, stick that down an octave, just to get that extra sort of subby sound. There we go. So that should give us a nice... Paste that up here and we get the... Sounding good. I like this. I think that sounded pretty good. It is sounding tasty. Very, very tasty. So let's all listen from the beginning, see if there's anything else we can add, anything else we can do. It's not properly mixed or mastered yet. I'll do that off stream just because that's incredibly dull. Still not 100% happy with this lead sound. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens if we do what we did with the bass to the lead. Oh, it's on mono, isn't it? Ooh. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, well done, everybody. I think we fixed it. I'm not sure it'll work for the solo, but I'm willing to give it a go. So all I'm doing is I'm just copying, pitching it down, going to the first note, clicking on it, copying everything, selecting all, copying it again, so you get an octave. Not sure it works for the solo. I don't know why it's suddenly sounding like that, because that doesn't sound so great. If I put it back on. Try this again. Again, not 100% sure it's going to work, but I'm willing to give it a try, because we've got so much time now. Okay. quite like it. I like it. Also, the quantizing just gives it a nice... Makes it sound much more synthy. Bump everything up. See what happens. Ooh. That is a nice happy accident, I'll take that. Is there any compression on that? Might add a bit of compression on there. Okay, turn it off there. I think we got it. I think we are very, very good. Let's give this a listen. Just stick a very basic. Some texture packs on there. So we're gonna blow it out, so I apologize. I like that lead sound. It's very tasty. Is that getting into reverb? Yes. Bassline sounding really nice as well. Oh, yes! Right. Okay. Time to fix a thing. So what Reaper does, so this looks very complicated where I've just put it up on the screen, but what it does is it essentially, it allows you to change parameters on effects. So you don't have to like fiddle around with volumes too much. So right now, what's happening at the end there with the lead track? The delay is still going. We don't want that. So what we do is we go to the delays effect here. We go to wet, which is the basically the level of the effect, and we just put that as visible. So now that's the envelope there that we can control. So if we click here and here, create a little envelope point, bring it all the way down so it's at infinity. It should stop. Might add a little bit. Can we add a little bit extra there? Just go back a bit quicker. So you're getting... Yeah, no, it needs to finish there, doesn't it? Excellent. Nice and easy. Let me just turn that off so you don't see it again. And that's our track. That is our track tonight. That is our cat song. Still doesn't have a name. Let's have a think. It's come out so much better than I was expecting it to. Fiddle about with the volume, because that's coming in way too loud, but then it gets to the right volume. Slightly better. Is there a limiter on this that I can use? No. Fine. Right. That should just... Turn that end bit off. any words anymore. I'm just happy. It's a lot of. This is fun. I think I can comfortably call it there. I think I can comfortably say that is a finished track. That is our finished track. It's not the most musically interesting thing I've ever made. It's not the best, certainly not the best sounding thing I've ever made, but it's sounding pretty good considering it's all organic samples made from a cat, not particularly good recordings of a cat either. Like, it was just, everything was recorded on this, and then just filtered through a lot of amp sims and samplers, and just run through those, and just a load of delay and reverb effects mostly. And we have a track. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm really, really pleased with that. So yeah, I'm gonna like mute my audio. I'm gonna mute my microphone, and I'm gonna mute my microphone. I'm gonna mute my camera. I'm gonna turn my camera off, so you're not just watching me listen to this. Just so you can get like a kind of, this is the final track. This is what it all sounds like. This is the whole thing. Once it's all put together, when all is said and done, this is what it sounds like, and it's sounded pretty good if I do say so myself. So yeah, this is our track. Again, still don't have a name for it. Hopefully there'll be one in the future, but this is the track. I hope you enjoy it. I'm just gonna start turning everything off. Where is the camera? Excellent. So I hope you enjoy. that's our track. That's it. It's all there. It's all there now. All finished. Fantastic. I'm very, very happy I managed to do this, and I'm very, very happy that I got to make this. I wouldn't normally make this. That's the thing. This isn't the kind of thing I wouldn't normally make. I'd just be like, oh, this would be a fun idea. But so yeah, I'm glad that the stream was here that allowed me to indulge in this foolishness. So I'm gonna call it there. So this will be up on SoundCloud and probably on Spotify as well. Why not? I'll stick it out as a single. Once I have a name for it, who knows what it's going to be called. And also, if you are on the Tin Can Audio Patreon Discord, I'll stick it up on there and you can download it there. So yeah, thank you so much for coming along. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to watch the other stream as well, just so that you know, if you want to see where the rest of the track came from. So you've got the full series of this nonsense. I hope you have enjoyed watching, and I hope you have enjoyed the rest of your week. We will be back on Monday. What day is Monday? We'll be playing video games. Probably Stardew Valley, might be something else, but we'll be playing Stardew Valley on a Monday. My name is David Devereaux, and this is the Tin Can Audio Twitch channel. We stream Mondays and Wednesdays. Mondays usually video games, Wednesdays usually music. We've got some really cool streams coming up in March. We've got lots of music streams coming up in March. Going to be making an entire soundtrack to a game on stream all month. But in the meantime, you have this cat nonsense. So thank you very much for watching. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening or the rest of your day, wherever you are. Thank you.